This is unadulterated madness. How many buyers did we have?
Over 500. Stark weapons are still very popular, in spite of you.
It's pretty annoying that I'm so damn good at my job.
Yes, Tony.
This is crazy. I can't go through all this crap and tell me who the top buyer is.
You're the boss.
Is this the first time you've looked at your books, Tony?
It's the first time I've wanted to know what particular phylum of low-life deviants is using my weapons.
Well, they're not all criminals. The Pentagon's one of your big clients.
Wait a minute. You're not here to buy my suit, are you? It's not for sale.
Listen, there's a problem with the nuclear base in Russia. And we can't send in troops for obvious reasons, but there is another option.
There are always other options, Rhodey. Who do you think's involved?
Advanced idea mechanics, AIM.
No, not possible. Yeah.
Tony, I ran the numbers. Your top buyer was Advanced Idea Mechanics.
Like I said, highly likely.
Advanced idea mechanics. If they're so advanced, why can't they build their own weapons without using my technology?
You're fishing for compliments? You know no one can compete with you.
Especially now that I've got the ultimate power source. I mean, my designs were great before, but now with this heart, forget it. I'm unstoppable.
Hold on. Have your weapons always been limited by the power supply?
Yeah? Why?
Because power sources are what AIM is after.
So this level isn't too bad either. It's not for comparison with the PS3 version because it's completely different. And it's kind of mediocre, but it's not terrible. They did the thing again where they forgot to make the enemies an actual obstacle so you can kind of just hover right past them. That seems to happen a lot. This level does give me more opportunity to talk about what's going on in the story though.
So, radiation levels are dangerously high inside the depot. Soldiers may have opened the dry casks, exposing the spent nuclear fuel.
Activate my radiation shield. I'll close the cask. There, all done.
Casks have been sealed. Radiation still in vicinity. Close depot doors to contain radiation.
On it.
So you can see the objectives for this mission are completely different, even if the overall story is still mostly the same, even if they don't go as deep into it. So in both versions of the Iron Man game, AIM took over this nuclear facility because they were looking for nuclear power sources. Because Stark's weapons are always limited by their power supply, which means his weapons are all theoretically infinitely powerful. Now, Bolsky in the PS3 version was charging his suit using nuclear power, even though he had to recharge it often and it wasn't exactly perfect. So maybe nuclear power just isn't enough for whatever they're trying to make, but we have no way of knowing that because they didn't exactly get away with it last time, or this time. They won't get away with it this time is what I'm saying, but they didn't get away with it last time in the PS3 version.
The guys who run AIM have lost their minds. They should be running board meetings, not launching military attacks.
Hey man, I don't know. But I do know you're doing the right thing.
Even if that dialogue wasn't as organic as the dialogue in the PS3 version, I actually thought that was pretty good. He does have a point. AIM should be running board meetings, not, attacking nuclear bases. Something must have made AIM more ambitious recently. So let's talk about Stain for a moment. Whoever Stain is partnering with, they were excited to be partnering with Stark Technology. Which means they know Stark Technology exists and what they used to do. So whoever Stain is partnering with, they know that Stark Technology exists. They might have bought weapons from Stark Technology previously. Maybe so much that they were their #1 buyer. And now they're looking for a power source to power the Iron Man armor. I wonder what group could fit there. Who Stain could be partnering with. Do you think maybe it's AIM? I think maybe it's AIM. Now you'll notice how you can piece that together using clues that the narrative gives you, and they're not exactly subtle clues by any means. I mean, Tony literally says, "Hey, that looks kinda like my suit," whenever he sees Bolsky for the first time. I mean, come on now.
Beta depot door sealed, sir.
They're loading the cargo onto trains.
That train's not going anywhere.
Train ahead, sir.
The reason I think it was important to bring up how easy it is to piece the narrative together is that some critics complained that the narrative was overly complex. And I mean, seriously now, you can put it together with the very bare minimum of thought. Just any more thought beyond, "Oh, they didn't tell me what was happening. It's too complicated." This train is meant to be honestly formidable, but the lasers from the train can't hit you if you drop down beside it, which seems like an oversight. That's some really unnecessarily spooky music there, guys. This isn't a horror game.
Sir, reading another strong radioactive signal, visible on your radar.
What do you think, Rhodes? I sealed all the depots.
Hey, Tony, you got me? Be careful. We're seeing an unknown heat signature on our scan.
Advanced battlesuit detected. Titanium synthesis.
Hey, that kind of looks like my suit.
Yes, sir.
It's a second-rate knockoff, but still.
Yes, sir.
So this version of the battle against Titanium Man is really weird. You can only hit him when his shield's down, which makes sense. But also he'll recharge himself on these nuclear generators, and you have to blow up the nuclear generators to stop him from recharging. Because if he overcharges, it causes a nuclear explosion. And he's apparently too stupid to stop before that happens. But Bolsky's sudden drop in IQ isn't the only issue here. If you destroy too many of the nuclear generators, then you also cause a nuclear explosion. So there are two ways to get a game over during this boss fight that don't involve actually dying, and the game doesn't tell you this, unlike in the PS3 version where they let you know when something bad's going to happen. They give you a single warning before the nuclear explosion occurs, but by then it's too late because you've probably already blown up too many nuclear reactors to stop from blowing up another, or Bolsky's armor has already recharged too much for you to stop him. It's also possible to get a game over from either of these methods so quickly that they don't even have time to warn you, which results in a lot of game overs where you feel incredibly guilty for killing a lot of people indirectly and you don't know how you did it. What makes this worse is that you can only kill the exact number of generators that you need to stop Bolsky from recharging 4 times. If you blow up any more than that, even accidentally, it's an instant game over. So there's really no leeway there. Also, they entirely removed Bolsky's character-defining moment from the PS3 game. And as far as the fight itself goes, all you need to do is hover left to right like I've been doing. It's kind of a weird and not well-designed boss fight in the slightest.